Okay, this is really embarrassing, funny, and scary at the same time. Donald Trump addressed the crowd at the Davos at World Economic Forum today. He didn't go there, but he addressed the crowd through the video link. And he is actually telling the entire world that he doesn't need Canada. Like, not only he's telling our politicians like Trudeau and the government that he doesn't need Canada, like he doesn't need Canadian export. He's actually telling the entire world, like the entire political and corporate leadership there, that he doesn't need Canadian exports, he doesn't need Canadian oil, he doesn't need Canadian gas, lumber, automobiles. So this is, I think, one of the most aggressive negotiation tactic I've ever seen from a international leader. Like, not only he's telling our politicians, he's telling the entire world, I don't need Canada. Like, this is so embarrassing. This is funny and scary at the same time, because I still believe he's using it as a negotiation tactic. Maybe he can apply tariff on 1 or 2 or 3 products just to fulfill his commitment to his voters. But if he ends up applying those tariffs across the board, this is going to have major repercussions for Canadian economy. And not only the Canadian citizens, the Canadian consumers will suffer. The US consumers will also suffer as well, because when they apply a 25% tariff across all products coming into the US, like Canadian products, then those products will be expensive for American consumers. So they will have to find an alternative. Okay. Until the time when they find the alternative, they will have to pay extra for those products. So their purchasing power will actually be lost. Canadian businesses which are exporting those products will have demand destruction. Okay. And ultimately, because of demand destruction, those businesses will actually run through economic crisis, laying off people. And of course, this will impact our unemployment number and GDP in the country. So it's scary. It's very uncertain, and I think nobody knows how much impact it's going to have on Canadian economy. Everybody's trying to predict and run some models to kind of extrapolate, okay, how much GDP it's going to impact. But I think it's very hard to kind of exactly find out what's going to happen until we actually go through it. So time will tell how this is going to impact Canadian economy and Canadian as a whole in terms of our purchasing power, our currency, our GDP, our unemployment. Everything will be impacted because of that. Like, we just heard Amazon shut down their distribution center in Quebec because they could not agree the terms with their labor union. Okay, so we have a lot of these issues as well, where the corporations cannot work in an environment where they can be profitable. Again, this is a very different debate, but what I'm trying to say here, the companies needs environment to grow and function. If they don't see that environment, they will not operate in your country. Okay, that's a sad incident that Amazon is shutting down and exit Quebec. This could also happen across the country as well. Like, our politicians should think about it and understand, like, we are not living in the past. The reality is very different, and it's a new world that we are living in. AI is going to replace thousands of jobs going forward in the next 5 years. So our leadership should wake up and think about a plan how we are going to sustain ourselves in the future and keep our labor force employed in the era where the AI is going to completely sweep the amount of jobs. So we need people to actually work through and then gain some skills to be able to work with AI. When it comes to investing, staying informed is everything. That's why I've been diving into Moomoo. It's got some tools that are pretty useful for navigating today's market. For example, Moomoo gives you free access to real-time level 2 market data, advanced charting tools, and professional-grade research. The kind of stuff that you usually pay extra for on another platforms, like Questrade. And let's not forget the low FX fees. If you are trading in the US stocks, like myself, I don't trade TSX. Those savings can really add up over time. Pair that with the insight that you're getting, it's a game changer for making informed decisions. Plus, while you're waiting for the right market moves, your idle cash earns a solid 6% annual return through their cash plus feature. That's a nice bonus. So whether you're trading actively or just keeping an eye on the market trends, Moomoo is definitely worth a closer look. So you can start investing today by clicking on my referral link, which will give you $50 free credit to start with. Thank you, Moomoo, for sponsoring this video. Nothing from this content should be deemed as a financial advice. Please consider all the risks associated with the investing. Terms and conditions apply. So anyway, this is just my rant and just wanted to throw my thoughts out and share with you. Like, let me know what you think about that. Like, Trump is now passing executive orders left and right, and February 1st is coming. This is where he is telling us that he's going to implement those tariffs. But all of us Canadians are really concerned about that. So anyway, let me know what you think about that. Put your comments down below. Let me know. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Real estate.